shawty tryna fuck me out the pill, not for real. Fuck you on the kids on the wheels. To a seat, got the heat when I peel, not for real. Still getting money, got bands on. Rats busting out the.
Make sure you click that follow button. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Libations and Music, starring me. My name is Kenny.
My name is Mo, and we're here to discuss with y'all some of the hottest trends in music, hip hop, R&B, and what those influences have been on you from the old school rap, new school, and where you stand now in today's music industry.
Tonight, we're going to talk about how music affected us in our life.
Have a seat, have a drink, be responsible. Let's get this chat started.
Let's go.
All right, so for me, I got my first hip hop influence, of course, with the great one Hove. This is back in 96, 97. No, might have been 98, where I really jumped in and was actually listening to lyrics. And it was Hard Knock Life Volume 2. Him and X put out the track that I cannot remember the name of for some strange reason. Money Cash Hoes.
I'm about to say.
Bro, we was born in the 1900s, so we allowed to have minor slips here and there. But yeah,
it's certain things you just gotta remember, bro.
Hey, it was Money Cash Hoes. Money Cash Hoes.
So listening to that, right? Listening to that, how did that affect you in your life? Like, what changed you in your life, like when that album came out?
I mean, that song specifically, I was on it. Like that beat was just crazy to me at the time because I was listening to stuff like Wu-Tang, but I was just listening just for the, you know what I mean, just because it was on the radio. But I really started paying attention when it came to that song in particular. And that opened me up to experiencing hip hop and just rap as a culture and really starting to come into my own and understanding like, yo, this is really how our people move. And it was fun. I mean, it was dope. And it opened me up to a lot of different things. I got a lot to experience from there. I learned a lot about music, DJing, mixing, all that. So it really opened up my eyes to a lot of the different things in hip hop at that early on. What about you? Where you stand?
But I want to say, you know, me and you pretty much grew up together. We like brothers, you know. When I moved to Hillside, one of my first friends in the town, bro, you leaving out the fact that those records your dad had of all of that reggae and all of that stuff. Bro, I used to go to this dude house and just be like, yo, this is like mad music right in here. And like, I'm more of just hip hop. Like me, of course, you're going to hear me talk about hip hop. I'm a bang hip hop more, but I'm really just an all music type of guy. Like I listen to everything. I grew up in the house with a father who listened to nothing but jazz. And I remember growing up, I did not appreciate it. I didn't appreciate jazz.
Your pops was playing that all the time.
I mean, I grew up on Miles Davis, Phyllis Hyman, the Yellow Jackets. I could keep naming some jazz shit that a lot of motherfuckers really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I would definitely say, like, I'm just a music guy. Like, I remember my mom told me, like, growing up, like, Michael Jackson was just my all-time favorite. Like, I needed the penny loafers. I needed all of that.
You can't go wrong with Mike. Mike is a classic.
Like, you know, Mike definitely was a classic, but, you know, as I got older and started understanding music more, you know, I just started liking everything. Like, now I could listen to a harmony and be like, damn, she caught that or he caught that. You know, like, that's how much I really should have been in the industry. But, you know, that wasn't my calling. It definitely was my calling, but I just didn't go forward with it.
Might have missed it.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an artist because I'm not talented at all.
That's, whoa.
We definitely not talented out, but I think I definitely could have been like a songwriter or an exec or something because I do know real motherfucking talent out here.
I hear that.
I know it. When I see it, I know it.
I hear that. I mean, like you mentioned, Pops with the records, man. They reside here now.
Ooh, yeah.
I got all of them. My wife bought me a record player about 2-3 years ago for Christmas. Right now, when I pull something out and throw some spins upstairs, but all them records was out here, and that really also opened me up to be a music historian, not just hip hop. and his touch was reggae. You know what I mean? Peter Tosh,
Yeah.
of course, Bob Marley and the Wailers, and it's just it goes on from there, man. He had some a lot of disco records, you know, because he was coming up in the 70s and the 80s, so he got a lot of disco records. Bootsy Collins is in there. I mean, if anybody follow my personal Instagram, every once in a while I'll take a couple snaps of some of his old stuff, you know, just as a music appreciation post. But we definitely got some hip hop history or music history, I should say, from both households. You know, whether we coming by your place, your parents' crib when we was coming up, and we come in the house, and Pops was in there, and he had his glass, and
got his glass and cigar, and he playing his jazz. You know what I mean?
Jazz,
playing that jazz. And you know, growing up, I learned like a lot, just like asking questions. I remember like being in my old apartment where I grew up at in Newark on Brigard Ave, and I was listening to the My Life album. Now, mind you, y'all, I'm young. Why did I have the My Life album? Don't know. I wasn't going through no love life crisis.
Somebody forgot it at the crib.
But nah, I always used to buy my own shit. Like one thing, I had a CD collection as a young kid. But I'm listening to the song on the album, number 2, Mary Jane, and she's scatting. Like, people don't know that rapping and scatting is kind of alike.
Very similar.
A lot of people don't know that it's very similar. And I just got a little class of that. I'm like, now if I could hear somebody be like, oh, she's scatting. Yeah. Like, they going in on the scatting. And that's where a lot of hip-hop, there's a lot of other music that influenced hip-hop. Like, people got to really learn that history of music. Like, hip-hop kind of came at the end. They didn't think it would last. They didn't think rap music was going to last as long.
When it came out, I mean, like I said, my dad was a DJ, and to the day he died, he did not like rap. I mean, hands down, no questions asked. He'd call it anytime. Y'all keep that crap out my car. I don't want to hear that crap in my house. He did not like hip hop. He did not like rap, but he didn't take it away from me. You know what I mean? Unless it was when I was young, when I was younger, and we was listening to some albums, and it was like, yeah, nah, them lyrics. But beyond that,
oh, of course, yeah.
Beyond that, nah, he left it open. He said, "Go enjoy your own music, carve your own cultural path, and see what it is that you like. Because we're not all gonna like the same things, but we all can enjoy what we like and respect somebody else's entertainment as well." So it was cool.
I just think, you know, just music is just like fashion. It's what you like. You know what I mean? But speaking of like music, like when I say like what influenced me with music, I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, if music just free you from stress, like you can listen to music. You gotta be having a fucked up week or a fucked up day, and you can throw on your beats, and none of that shit matters no more. It ain't even there.
I was running.
It's not even there no more.
I was on a track team back in high school, and I had the portable CD player. I kept that Kiss the Game Goodbye album on heavy rotation, bro. That was my warm-up music, after the race music. I mean, even while I was playing ball for the school, it was, you know, we just had whatever rap music was out at that point in time. I think Mobb Deep was hot around then. They had was it Infamy? I think it was Infamy or the Infamous, one of their albums. I know America's Nightmare came out not long after, around that time too, and that stuff heavy in the rotation. You know, yeah. Then I dipped off, went down to college for a semester. I linked up with a couple of homies. They making music heavy. You know, guys was in the dorm room making little nonsense albums, beats, and all that stuff. And to that point, though, one of the fellas from back then, he kind of popping off right now. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Up in Connecticut. You know what I mean? Sholey is his stage name, but he been rocking since at least 04 when I met him. You know what I mean?
Nice. That's what's up.
And to see his evolution, just not just as a rapper, but just musically, you can see that he's in tune with what is his craft. You can see he's worked on his craft over the last, 15, 16 years or whatever. Mm-hmm. And definitely can see the improvement. You definitely see the quality is going up. You know what I mean? From us nonsensing around in the dorm to where he now has production quality work streaming on, all different platforms. So,
yeah.
I mean,
that's good. I like to see artists right now. Like, I just feel like now anybody could put out a record. And I'm not saying that in a dissy way. Like, it's
the
so
opportunity
many
is there.
Platforms out there. You don't need a big record label no more. Nah. You don't.
I'll say this. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of all the Lils. You know what I mean? I'm not the biggest fan. However, I respect their business. Them dudes, they do their in-house production. You know what I mean? So you ain't paying the label or the studio. You know what I mean? They got a studio at home. You know, the technology and the software is available for you to do it at home. Set your stuff up, do it at home. You know what I mean? Make your money, keep your money in-house. This way, them guys getting paid off they streams, whatever spins they get off the record at the radio stations, and they selling out their concerts like crazy. So for them,
I mean, that's where the money come in at. That show
absolutely.
money. That
versus,
show money.
Versus the, you know, our era of artists, regardless of the genre, they getting raped in these record deals. You know what I mean? Look at what Puff did to damn near every single artist he had. You know what I mean? Look at he go to the South with Baby, what he did with all his artists. Man, don't even pay people for their features. So, you know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough. You know what I mean? And to see how they move business-wise in the music industry, respect.
I definitely appreciate, I don't want to say our era because I ain't old. I ain't no old motherfucker yet, but I definitely appreciate the early era of how music came out. Like now, an artist can have a hot single.
Yeah.
In 6 months, you better have some new shit out because people will forget about you. Our artists, the Jay-Z's, the Mary J. Bliges, and you know, the Redmans and all them, they used to put an album out every 4 years.
Yeah.
And we were banging that motherfucking album and for that whole 4 years.
The whole 4 years.
Until they came out with something new. Now, these artists to me, and this is not the sound, you know, like I'm trying to, you know, forget where I came from or the times I came from, but these artists here got to work harder. They got to work harder. Shit move like this. Move like this. You can't have a hot single and it'll be on there forever. Like you gotta always stick and move. You gotta stick and move where
that's true. But
like you said, Money Cash Holes.
Yeah,
and it was a classic.
But it's gone. And I forgot the name of it.
We probably listened to Money Cash Holes from 7 to high school, I'm sure. Like we've been listening to that record.
If it come on right now, I'm bumping it. You know what I mean? But keep in mind, we had mixtapes to tide us over in between them studio albums. So everybody was on a mixtape. You know what I mean? And then you figure we had a lot of, since we more hip hop, everybody had a crew record, you know what I'm saying? Or a team that they was running with. You know what I mean? You got the Rockefeller, you had Bad Boy, you had the West Coast with Death Row, you got Down South, you know what I'm saying? You had Juvenile and all of them. They came up with their record label. Master P had his folk. You know what I'm saying? Nelly had a run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got Diplomats, G Unit, the Locks they kind of was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? When they work, they business side, getting their stuff, they business side in order, Rough Riders, all of that. But we had all those mixtapes in between those studio projects. And then with the number of people on these teams, that was able to hold you over until your guy or your girl came out with their next joint. You know what I mean?
And there was a lot of people probably just touring too. Touring is probably what, you know, kept them going. But like, I just feel like I'm more, and I'm sure the influence of music back then, to me, I feel like times is different and times change. But what I'm trying to say is these new artists, they can't go to sleep at night.
No.
They got to stay in the studio. It's no way. You can't, the way the times is everything move fast. Like I said, everything move fast. You got social media.
Yep.
You gotta have a record out every damn week.
Shit,
and albums today don't sell.
No
albums. No one cares about albums.
Or nothing.
That's it. No one.
You ain't on one of them platforms. They ain't trying to talk that bullshit. Nobody.
You can put it on a platform, but nobody's going to listen to. Probably, I ain't gonna say nobody, but a high percentage of people is not listening to your album from track 1 to the end.
A lot of these songs,
kids is not doing that.
No, their attention span is too short. But a lot of these songs, they break on social media apps. Somebody make a short 15-second video.
TikTok, definitely.
Instagram Reels, and they like, yo, that song on such and such album was hot. And they get their little snippet and they throw it up there and boom, joint go viral, or at least a hashtag.
They get paid off that.
Probably. Oh, you mean the artist?
Yeah, off of like if my shit blowing on TikTok, I better be getting a check.
I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. It'd be nice, but I
need a check.
I doubt it. Because I mean, you figure there's limits to how long of a clip you can use. So I don't know the legal. I don't know the legalese on that, but I know maybe it might be like 4 or 5 seconds that you can use without having to pay royalties. But beyond that, I mean, these and how you trace that on a social media app? You know what I mean? And honestly, for the artists, that's free advertising. Y'all give me that publicity. Y'all go ahead and use my song.
Yeah, either way, you probably getting money off of it. You're right. So it don't even matter.
It'll come back. It'll come right back to you. You know what I mean? It'll cycle back through, and eventually that money gonna make its way in your pocket. Whether they through streams, if somebody found your joint on another platform, or they liked it that much, y'all want to go see this person at concert on the next show.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna follow them on their social media. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll find out their tour dates. Maybe I'll be a roadie and I'll be following them city to city. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a lot of different joints, man. It's a lot of ways.
That's a crazy thing now. You used to have to do radio promo tours and all that. Now you can just post that shit on the Instagram.
Put it on Twitter.
And that shit gonna sell. Yeah.
Tweet the right thing with the right hashtag and it'll pop off. So
yo, we really are like at the age where our kids is laughing at our music, bro.
Absolutely.
I don't have no kids out there, y'all, but our kids, little youngers out here laughing at our music like, absolutely. Man, that old shit, we don't want to hear that. Absolutely. But that's how we used to be. So, like, man, like music really impacted me in so many different ways. Like, it really just made you see that how times is different now. Yeah. Like,
I mean,
my niece and nephew don't even listen to Jay-Z. Nah. They know him.
Oh, to them, he an old dude.
They know him as Beyonce's husband, bro. Right. And I'd be like, what?
Because to them,
Beyonce's husband.
To them, she's more relevant than he is. Because she's more in tune with that more. I mean, she's more pop, but her audience is that age bracket. His audience is not. We come from an era of rappers who's dealing about they drug, you know what I'm saying? They rapping about drug dealing. You know what I'm saying? That was relevant for us because coming off of the 80s and the mid 90s and all that, that's what was prevalent. You know what I mean? Where the newer artists, unfortunately, they rap about using drugs. They rapping like they're a bunch of junkies.
And taking the drugs.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what's prevalent right now. You got a whole opioid crisis in this country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
so that's where the impact of that, the music can really impact people positive or negative. Absolutely. Like it's no in between. Like just me personally, I always wanted to be a fly little nigga from the rap music, from the rappers, besides watching my uncle, that nigga dressing. But like I always wanted the rap what the rappers had. Like I'm in 7th grade. Like, man, I want some motherfucking Prada sneakers. I want this. Right. And I used to really go to my mother like, Mom, I want a Coogee. I want a Coogee sweater. She looked at me like, man, you better get your somebody there. I mean, I got it, but it still was like one of those. I probably got like that one Christmas gift under the tree or something because it was expensive. I had big cousins, that'll buy me shit like that.
Yeah. But if you scale back to their generation, it wasn't no different.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Big afros. You know what I'm saying? They had the bell bottoms. You know what I mean? The weird ass sunglasses. Hey, everybody, every generation.
And the drugs.
That too.
The drugs.
Hey, you notice it's cyclical. It's cyclical.
Yeah, it's definitely so impact the music. It really like these artists gotta really be careful what you put out there. Now, absolutely. If you don't give a fuck, then you want to make your money. I get it, but
if they gonna buy it, I'm gonna sell it. But you really do need to pay attention to what you're selling. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You give them a hot dose and you fuck a whole generation up.
Yeah, music, man, it's just really impactful, man. Like, and people don't realize it. You gotta watch what your kids listen to.
Yeah.
I know my parents tried with me, but I still was listening to Ready to Die in Life After Death like I was a grown-ass man.
Rough Riders
Ain't know what he was talking about.
Rough Riders Volume 1, down bottom. Do you come till late? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Blaring in the house. What was like 13? I don't know nothing about that. 12, 13 years old. I don't know nothing about that.
But I would say like
what they say? Nothing.
Be like, what they damn said, lady. You bought it. You bought it.
Nah, I had to get that on my own. I spent my last $10.
When it kind of like the impact of music, though, I would say just for me personally, I could say it impacted me on a positive note though. Cause I ain't gonna front. If I ain't want that hot shit, the latest and the greatest of the clothes and the fashion, just the fashion alone, listen to what Hope and I'm talking about. I wouldn't have became like this hardworking dude, you know what I mean?
Go get
to
it.
go get it. Like I wanted to go get that shit and be like, yo, I'm gonna be fresh to death. And no, I'm not gonna hustle and do none of that. But I always put myself in line to get a nice ass career job or whatever. But
it made me gritty.
That shit motivated me.
it made me real gritty. Like I've never been afraid to roll my sleeves up and get my hands dirty. And it does come from a lot of the influences. First Wu-Tang album come out. The hell I know about what they talking about? Nothing.
They was dirty as hell. Though.
Seen that video? But I was like, yo, but they out there and they getting it. I'm gonna be like,
they was getting it. Yeah, they was definitely getting it.
When DMX albums dropped, same way.
Let me see. Who really impacted me? It wasn't everybody. I'm gonna definitely say, I know it's gonna be a lot of Jay-Z, I know, but I'm trying to find somebody else. But it was Jay-Z, you know.
You throw Biggie too.
Biggie was dressing,
bro.
Biggie was dressing.
He the one who got Coogee sweaters to pop off.
Yes,
and the Versace glasses. You know what I'm saying? Big had the Kango hat, which he brought that forward from the 80s. You know what I mean? Because you remember LL was doing that. You know what I mean? Even before him, you had some of the other earlier rappers doing it as well. But it's a little bit of influence that kind of carries forward from the previous group. You know what I mean?
I'm about to throw something out there, and this is gonna it's gonna ruffle a little feathers probably, but look how many people took advantage of that. And I'm gonna just say people, corporations, not even people, corporations that took advantage of what hip hop did.
Yeah.
Gucci, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior. They talk about Christian Dior like that shit $5 in all the music today.
On the fashion end, they just now giving Dapper Dan, excuse me, his
just now.
Like,
just now.
Man been popping off from the 80s, bro. He just now getting recognized officially.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
This is the music that the people didn't like. They didn't want it. Oh, it's vulgar to women and they talking about killing and all of that. But
it wasn't always like that.
Corporations took advantage of hip hop, right?
They seen that vehicle, they hopped in it, and they took that ride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hip hop wasn't always about misogyny and abuse and downplaying.
And don't forget about the car companies.
Oh, they all, bro.
Don't forget about the car companies. Rolls Royce probably sell more than goddamn Honda Accords do.
I ain't going that far, but I feel you. You know what I mean? Yo,
every rapper and anybody that try to be, it don't even gotta be a rapper.
Nah.
Anybody. It be regular motherfuckers scamming to get a Rolls Royce. You be like, bro, that ain't even you. Like, what are you doing?
It's like, fam, you still in the projects over there. Fam. You scam to get you some property.
You can't.
Or whatever.
You can't do that. You can't. Like,
don't work.
What are you doing?
You're gonna pull up at home and that's not your car no more. You know what I mean?
All right, never was your car and you on Toro and shit fronting. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about fronting and getting me a rental Toro, a Rolls Royce.
I was thinking about doing it, but I'm looking at it from a different angle. I'm thinking like, yo, let me go test drive this car for a weekend. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, I'll be on them Audis. So I'll be looking at that A7. I'm like, I don't really want to buy it because I don't want no car note. But I wouldn't mind renting it for a little while just to see if it's something I really would feel comfortable making that purchase. You know
and look, these rappers, the influence of music, this is what we're talking about. Fuck it, go get it. You only live once, bruh. Drake said it, you only live once, bruh.
That's Drake business. I don't want to pay that bill. I don't want to pay the bill.
You only live once.
I like not having a car note. I like having extra money for the savings of to spoil the kids and a wife with.
I think I'm gonna be one of those people that always gonna have. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. You won't.
I don't know. Cause those cars are hitting different now.
Get tired of that crap after a while.
Different now. They different.
You want something reasonably decent, and I'll say even like a Honda Accord, you coming out pocket no less than $400. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know people paying more.
Yeah, I'm just saying no less than. You know what I mean? That's no slight because that's considered family class, economy class car, where that's for your everyday working Joes. But the prices is going up. You know what I mean?
Where you ain't never heard Big or Jay or anybody
talk about no Honda Accord. Ciara
talk
did
about
though.
having a Honda Accord.
Ciara had her Honda Accord.
Wait, what did she talk about that?
I don't think she talked about it, but I know it made news.
Oh, where? I know Ludacris had a Acura.
He still got that Acura.
Yeah,
he said
he had his Acura.
Like, yo, respect.
I mean, look. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I never drive a Honda Acura if I was a rapper. But it's just me. This is me.
All right.
I don't want no motherfucking Honda now, and I'm kidding. And I work at AT&T. Like, I don't want no motherfucking Honda Accord. If I get a Honda Accord, I'm really trying to save money. That is not my goal in life to get a motherfucking Honda Accord. Like my nigga Ye said, what you think I worked this hard to push a fucking ride for? No, I don't work that hard. No offense to Honda Accords out there.
Nah,
I think they're great cars, but
it's a responsible option for those who are in that price bracket.
But I don't know nobody waking up saying, yay, this is my goal in life. I'm into cars, so don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah. I mean, we looking at stuff that some people probably can't pronounce. You know what I mean? Like that.
Blame it on hip hop, bro. Blame it on the music, bro. Blame it on them. They fucked my life up. They fucked my world up, bro.
If I ain't seen some of them supercars in them videos, I probably wouldn't know nothing about them.
Hove, I blame you, Hove. If you out there, Hove, if you see this one day, I blame you. You really stepped my fly up.
Blame all of them. Every last one of them. Whether it be to the fashion, vehicles, whatever. You know what I mean? They blame all of it. Cause like for me, I'm into motorcycles too. The Rough Rider videos, man, I was just in there like this. Yo, I want to do that. And I ended up getting a motorcycle. I don't ride like that because I'm good, but I enjoy it. I enjoy my recreational time. Like it's something that I do as a hobby. So it definitely comes from that, again, from that influence, you know.
And that impact. That is always some influence, some impact.
Music touches more than your ears.
Yes, it do. But let's talk about how it impacts some people negatively too.
Yeah.
We were the lucky ones. We were more, we had good people in our corner to make sure we didn't go a certain way in life, not kind of like following the wrong steps. You know what I mean? We went in the right direction. Now we had some bumps and curves in it. We ain't no goddamn perfect kids, but that's life. But just imagine like the impact like Marilyn Manson had on people.
I'm good.
Shit, I even got to throw my boy M in there. Like M used to be talking
wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's wild. With his wife and his mom, he's wild.
I'm an M fan, 100%. That's my guy.
Yeah.
But bruh, it's
if
like
you go
shit
back and you hear that, you're like, yo, what the hell? I was listening to that. Yeah. What the hell was this man off? Like
my parents allowed this shit? Like, what the hell?
It's not even just that. It's like, what the hell is wrong with him? Like, he rapping. What you rapping like that for? But
you listen to some of the shit, you be like, this ain't all right. You know what I mean? But
it's not. But I mean, like I said earlier, we come from the drug dealing culture where the kids now are the drug using culture. And unfortunately, we both got partners they ain't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether they behind the wall or they 6 deep.
People we grew up with. Yeah.
Like it's one or the other. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that stuff like that happens, but that hip hop influence does play a role in it. You know what I mean? Because it didn't necessarily dictate their activities, but it had a hand to play in what those activities were. I mean, even like I said, now you got an opioid issue nationwide. You know what I mean? Where you got kids ODing. What is that? Travis Scott concert recently.
Yeah, that's
got
crazy.
Folks in the crowd, ODing in the crowd like that. That's wild, man. And it does. Yeah. It's not his fault, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You can't control what somebody else is deciding to put in a body, regardless of the venue. But it's a part of that influence. It's in the culture. You know what I mean? It's not really a part that you want, but it's always going to be that subset. Where people are going to be like, oh, well, I do this in order to have a good time, and these other people do it with me. You know what I mean? So for some folks, like you saying, you hard working and go get it. I want to be fly like they was in the videos. You ain't got a job. Oh boy, went start selling packs.
Yeah, or scamming.
Same goal, different avenues. You know what I mean? So, like you said, it's good to have them people in your ear, that kind of steer you in the right direction. Make sure you ain't on no nonsense.
Another thing too, like when we talk about music impacting people negatively, like, I think it also comes, and I'm just gonna talk about the kids, right? Let's just talk about the kids. And let's go back to, like, you know, the Marilyn Mansons and the Eminems of the days. Your parents, like, if we listen to that shit was like demonic, bruh.
Yeah,
it was like some shit like go in the room, kill your mother type shit, cut her throat. Yeah. Bruh, it ain't right. But
if you ain't have a good foundation, you get that influence.
It's all about that foundation, bro. That is true. I mean, I think I had a good foundation, but let me just keep it 100. My parents couldn't control what I listened to. It became a point. It became a point in time where they didn't even know what CDs I had because I was just going to get the shits myself.
Yo, Sam Goody, FYE, Best Buy days, Walmart. Got a lot of free shit out. Got a lot of free CDs out of Walmart.
My old days. Fuck them Walmart CDs had the clean version though.
Yeah, they was, man. they was a clean one.
But so, you know, after a while they couldn't control. Like when you get a certain age,
you get independent.
Kids they smart. Kids are fucking smarter than the parents at the time. So you just gotta instill those things in there. Like you can't let everything impact you and be an influence in your life. You gotta have some type of mind of your own. Thanks. And that's where a lot of people gotta, you know, realize. Like, I ain't gonna front. If I was an artist, I don't know. If I was a rapper, I would be mad nervous to put out crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't try to go to court for nobody bullshit.
A part of me feel like this. I'm not your motherfucking kid's father.
Sound like Charles Barkley. I am not a role model.
I'm putting this shit out because, hey, this feed my family. This is a banging track. I'm saying what the motherfuckers out here 18 and older want to hear. It's your fault you let your 12-year-old sit there and listen to what the fuck I'm talking about. But I gotta have some type of responsibility of that too, because I'm putting it out to the world. So it's really a factor of everything. It's just, I don't know. I don't think I would be a good rapper.
I mean, the disclaimer or legal issue was addressed with, you know what I mean? You figured in the 90s, it was banning all the NWA albums, right? So, and also Uncle Luke got that shit popping too. But the parental advisory sticker, that was the out. You know what I mean? That's how the industry got out of its so-called responsibility for the content that the artist was putting out. Again, keep in mind that word is artist. This is their depiction, their view of what it is that the world is to them. So we can't necessarily judge them, even from our own older lens now. We can't look at them and be like, yo, you shouldn't have did that. Nah, that man or that woman was putting out music that resonated with them at the time. And like you said, they made it for folks that was 18 and older. They not in control of what we was able to get our hands on at 10, 12, 13 years old. You know what I mean? That's like some kids going to sneak out and they're going to get what they're going to get, or they're going to be with their older cousin, or they're going to be with their buddy house. You know what I'm saying? They friends or whatever, and they got access over there. Hell, Napster, LimeWire. You know what I mean? We had all the different avenues to be able to access whatever music we wanted at any given time. And even some of the kids that was a little bit behind us, once early 2000s, torrenting got real big. You know what I mean? A lot of bootleg. You get the whole album in 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Throw that on an MP3 player. You had your iPod. Everybody had their iPods, their iPod shuffles. Straight in the car, aux cable. Let's go. 500 songs. Let's go. You know what I mean? And who were you listening to?
Exactly.
Marilyn Manson, Eminem, Jay-Z, DMX, Jadakiss, The Lox,
all that crazy shit.
Right. Katy Perry, Rihanna, Beyonce, the Destiny's Child. Like SWV, who you listening to? You know what I mean? So ain't no way somebody parent is gonna sit down and filter through all of that content.
No.
I ain't
gonna front. If I was a parent, I'd probably be considered the worst parent because I'm listening to that shit in my car. We ain't listening to no Kid Bop. All right, we might have them Biggie playing. You know, it is what it is. I mean, shit.
Front, man. When my oldest was a little bit younger, satellite radio came in handy because I would try to filter it out. I would try not to. Then they had the kids radio stations, and I just throw those on. And it wasn't even the Kids Bop. It was its own independent you know what I mean, original content. I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna listen to that. And as soon as the drop off was done, oh, blaring some Nas or whatever. Like,
turn this shit
turn it
off.
all the way up, man. She out the car. Let's go. Adult music time. I mean, but it definitely, man. Now, she put me on stuff now.
Yeah, she growing up. She know what's out there now. They know what's hot right now.
She got on me. She said, "Daddy, how you and Uncle
no.
going? How you going to do a podcast about music and you barely listen to any of these new artists? Every time you listen to it, you get like a headache and can't do it no more." Say, hey, man, I'm trying.
See, I appreciate the new artists because there's a lot of influence from our time.
Yeah.
It just changed up a little bit. It ain't really, to me, it ain't much different. Some shit I just choose not to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to just name a few. Like, I like all the little babies and all the littles. I like all this shit. I ain't gonna front. The babies, I like all this shit.
They come out with a hot joint.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, I don't know what the fuck he be yelling about in the records.
Cheese.
Oh man,
he be rapping about cheese.
I don't know what the fuck he be talking about. I don't know.
About cheese and mousetraps.
I just be seeing him wilding on the gram. Well, he used to. I don't know if I follow.
I don't subscribe to that nonsense. I mean, like, what is this joint we was just listening to? Nardo and Lil Durk. Who wants smoke?
I like Lil Durk.
I like them. I was like, yeah, that shit kind of hot. But now for me, being how we came up with music in the house, what's gonna happen? One day I'm gonna just start listening to that, and I'm gonna go get lost in the whole damn catalog. You know what I mean, have a different appreciation for that artist.
Speaking of like Lil Durk, right? His artist King Von.
Yeah.
I didn't know who King Von was, and this is age. This is aging me right here, but I did not know who King Von was until after he died. Like,
I didn't either.
But when I listened to that record where he just telling his story about just his picking up the girl, shooting a dude, and all that, bro, that really put me back to Biggie. Yeah. Biggie always told stories. Yeah. So that go to influence right there.
The art of storytelling.
That boy told a story, and I swear every time I listen to that record, and he be in there like, yeah, I'm not from 63rd. Don't know what the fuck 63rd was. So I wanted to do my research.
You gotta be Chicago.
I found out and shit, yeah. So I figured all that shit out, and I was just like, yo, this nigga like Biggie. Because Biggie told stories, bro. Like, if I can't pop your music in, unless I just want to open up the roof and just blast some beats, if I really can't pop your music in and be imagining what you're talking about, I don't want to hear it.
But it's not gonna hold my attention either.
I don't want to hear it.
It's not interesting. I don't like, all right, yeah, we could do all the fly stuff, right? But if that's all you rap about, oh, I got this car, oh, I got this girl, or I sold this, you know what I'm saying, this drug, or I be in this club, or I bought a $1,000 cheeseburger. I don't give a fuck about that stuff, man. It get boring after a while. Like, a whole album about that, after a while, as a listener, you're gonna be like, yeah, take these off. I'm done. I don't want to hear that. Give me something different.
You know? Word. Like I just like that storytelling rap is dope. It gets like really entertaining.
Shit, with Biggie, he had the joint story to tell. I'm still to this day trying to figure out which New York Knicks player girl he's knocking off.
Like, who it was? I forgot. Well, they never really confirmed it.
They ain't confirmed it, but they had rumors.
You know like I forgot who it was. I forgot the nigga name.
Who was like, you know what I'm saying? He's told a story to this day that still piques my interest. Because it was a dope storytelling session. Like, it was just dope. You know what I mean?
He no knock from a player off the New York Knicks.
Yeah. No knock to old boy, but it's like, hey man, your girl disloyal. You know what I'm saying? And my man told a dope story.
I hope he ain't marry her.
Yo.
But now Biggie definitely left like some influence. I know there's other rappers that came before him that did it, but I just could talk about what I know in my era. Like,
you know what I like?
He really told stories.
You know what else influenced or how hip hop influenced me? It taught me how to debate.
What record?
Just all of them, just how to debate. Because you know that who's your top 5 artist conversation comes up. You know what I mean? And it's not just me yelling at somebody like, no, Biggie's the best. You know what I mean? Because I said he's the best. No, you actually got
that shit up with facts.
Name me 5 or 10 hot punchlines that he had in his first album. You know what I'm saying? What album did he do with XYZ other artists? Like, you really had to go in and do your homework. Then you got to go. You can't just do the albums. You got to do the mixtapes too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go all the way in and know your artist.
Mean, we always had that top 5, but I'm more too. I could do a top 5 of R&B. I could do a top 5 of definitely rap all day. Yeah. But I don't just look at the hot record. See,
you gotta go deep.
Again, you gotta influence me. You gotta make me wanna get up out of bed and say, nigga, step your motherfucking game up in your life.
Bro, you know how I learned how to clean?
That's how I gotta do that shit.
Bro, mom used to cut on Sade Saturday morning. Everybody get up, start cleaning the house. Everybody.
Yeah, no choice. You got your ass up.
That too. But having that routine and that rhythm, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about Sade at that age, but it's on. And I start singing the songs. I don't know nothing about what this lady talking about, but it's on. It's there, that influence. So now I hear Sade, and subconsciously I'm like, oh, something need to be cleaned up. You know what I mean? I gotta go handle it.
Now, when I play like music like Sade, I'm going through.
Hey, she might have been. I don't know. I'm like 8.
I might be going through some stressed out shit. Like, damn, and Sade just be right there.
That'd be the one. Yeah. Who else used to listen to Gloria Estefan? Of course, we had plenty of Whitney Houston. This was back when my dad still had his old analog receiver and his DJ equipment hooked up in the house. Had our first little Panasonic CD player in the room. He had the tower speakers that he used to lug around in his crates. Like, shit was wild, man.
He was really for real with it.
Yeah, all the way.
He was for real with it.
If my brother didn't destroy his record players, we probably still would have one to this day.
Y'all lucky y'all still alive, bruh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because y'all would have fucked my record player up, I would have fucked y'all up.
Yeah, I used to take my little Hot Wheels cars on them shit and just let it go around.
But nah, it's a lot of shit that people don't realize. These artists really influence your life. And it may sound corny and crazy, but it do. Like, Hov made me want to step it up. He made me want to step it up. I'm talking about as a young nigga. Like, I ain't talking about now. I'm a grown-ass man now.
You get your own
At this point, if I ain't have it together, I don't need no other grown-ass man trying to tell me. Listening to no music anyway. You know, I talk to somebody, that's in real life. Yeah,
a mentor, but artists ain't about to
I ain't listening to the motherfucking record, but that shit shaped me. I wanted to be fly. Shit. Yeah. Sometimes I used to go broke getting fly, but it ain't matter. I ain't give a fuck. I sent my last 500 on them sneakers.
We ain't had no bills.
I wanted to.
We ain't had no bills. No real bills.
I ain't give a fuck. I just wanted to be fly, but it made me be like, yo, I know I'm gonna want more. Damn, I went fly on these 500. I went broke. Man, let me get a better job. Let me go to school. Let me, you know what I mean?
It taught you to stay hungry, if nothing else.
If nothing else, yeah.
You said, I want that sweater. I want them shoes. I want that car. How I'm gonna get it? All right, I got the job at I don't know, at BP gas station. They pay me $10 an hour. Ain't cutting it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna move up the Shell, and they paying 20. That's still a little better, but it ain't cutting it. I mean, so now you know what? I'm gonna go over to Sunoco. They paying $40 an hour. All right, I'm comfortable right here for now. But then now, like, you older, you don't need them to do that no more. Now you just want more just because it's for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not because you're trying to keep pace. I just want more because I've set a standard for myself.
I set a standard and I created a monster.
Yeah.
I created a monster.
But it's based off that influence, and now you about to just let it grow. You know what I mean? And just keep building it. I mean, it's dope, man. You know what I mean? Hip hop, it'll definitely grow you up in a lot of different ways.
Definitely. So, we coming up to time, you know what I'm saying? Just want everybody to kind of like write in, comment at the bottom, ask some questions. We definitely reach back out to you guys, but let us know how did music influence you in your life. Yeah. I know.
I want to hear it.
I love it. I love to hear it. Just want to hear what people going through. Sometimes shit, you could be like I said in the beginning, you could have a shitty ass day. You could put your favorite motherfucking record on.
Yeah, it gets you
and
through
that shit it ain't even there no more. You know
gets
what I mean?
you through it. I mean, you might need some gym motivation. I mean, you got a particular artist, throw that in there. I don't care the genre. Throw them comments in there. Hip hop, R&B, pop, country music. You in there.
How that shit impacted your life?
Throw it in there. How did it impact you? What's your influences? Hey man, sign off. Catch y'all on the next one.
Thank you guys for coming to spend some time with us. Libations and Music. This is just the beginning. You're gonna be seeing a lot of shit going on, merch, us just doing live shows. We're gonna be We're gonna be interviewing new artists, up and coming artists, and we're gonna be keeping it moving. We're gonna build on this platform. So guys, come in, join us, join the lives, do everything. We got
subscribe, follow, join them lives. I mean, jump in, participate, engage. Let's see what y'all talking about. I mean, give us some more topics, and we'll see how.
Don't come without a drink. You gotta come with a drink.
Please
gotta come with a drink.
Please have a drink. Please, absolutely have a drink, but do not drive after you drink. Catch y'all in the next one.
Signing off.
Peace.
In my pants, niggas jealous like bitches can't stand hoes. Got the stand out, bustin' like